Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome back to Starting Monday. You know who this is. This is Shamee
and Noreen.
Thank you. So, yes, lovely to be back. Obviously back by popular demand. But we just thought we'd just start off by saying congratulations to everybody who's made it through their first week if you're doing Stoptober.
Yes.
And if you've managed to remain alcohol-free or smoke-free or whatever else you've done for free, then that's amazing. Week one down, and keep up the good work for the rest of October. So that's great.
Well done.
Yeah, it's great.
It's amazing to take
anything positive.
that.
Absolutely. So today we thought that we would talk about mental health and well-being. Some people might argue that us two are probably a bit of a case. So we were quite good examples of maybe looking all bright and breezy on the outside, but potentially people thinking that maybe we've never had issues or struggles or whatever. But
obstacles along the way.
Yeah, but we're here to tell you differently.
Yes.
So we sort of touched on it, I think, briefly in our very quick intro right back at the beginning, and we talked about it slightly. But I think we just wanted to because it's so pertinent in the news at the moment, and it is so important.
Yes, it is. It's something that you have to take seriously.
Absolutely.
For yourself.
Absolutely. And I think with what Meghan and Harry are doing and what the young royals are doing for mental health awareness has been absolutely awesome. And I think people are more likely and happier potentially to talk about their issues. I think particularly for men,
for years ago, just in contrast to years ago, we couldn't talk about certain issues.
Yeah.
And now we've taken a platform where people are open to it, and we should share what we're going through. And even, like Noreen said, we might look like we don't have our own demons. But we do.
We do.
We're human.
And we're dealing with them every day. And
on a daily basis.
How do you deal with your demons, then, Shamee? Running. You're a running freak, aren't you?
I've gone through stages on my running journey where I've struggled with, I've not even struggled, it's just getting used to. I'd given up my life for my children, my career. I wasn't doing jobs where I didn't do what I thought I was going to do when I was studying. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so you had a bit of a bit peed off about that.
No, because I had my children, and it was amazing. It was amazing to bring them up and get them off to university. I've got the youngest left at home, and he's very independent. He's 19, so
this is your time, really.
And it was the first time in 22 years I had to think about myself.
And I think a lot of women who have been lucky enough to be mothers and enjoy motherhood, I think it is that there's all of a sudden, and it kind of coincides at the time that you raised maybe your family. Coincidentally, it seems to fall into line with when menopause comes at you. So you're dealing with the two things at the same time, maybe quite a lot of space to think about.
And it's very emotional.
Yeah, it's thinking about, you've got the space to suddenly to think about how you're feeling. So I think, so you have got your stuff going on in your mind, and you go off and do your run, and that's how you clear your thoughts down.
Yes, because when I didn't know, it was the menopause as well.
Okay.
And I was emotional, I was happy they'd gone, but it was the first time I had all this time.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with it. I thought, hold on, I was running around for the last 20 years. I've been on a roller coaster, and in my brain, in my stupid brain, I have a weird brain, and in my brain, I went back to where I was when I got to university, and I thought, God, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that. I have to find something.
So is it
and it's emotional.
Some of the regrets that you had?
No, it wasn't even regrets. It was like, I haven't thought about myself in 20 odd years.
Well, you are now.
Yeah, and it was, I used running as a positive mechanism to, I'd run and my emotions were, and it was the menopause. I didn't know what the hell, what was happening. I'd lost. The hormones are just out of balance, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it
does have an effect on definitely how you cope, how you lose maybe some perspective, and
how you project things exactly. It's the way you project it, because the balance is not normal. The menopause, you don't go to the doctor and he says, oh, by the way, you're going to have 15 years of,
I know, but it is a difficult time. I think for me, I actually got into quite a bit of trouble before I realised that I wasn't really looking after my mental health and well-being. So, I was just like the type of person who just breezes around thinking life's great, everything's fine, just doing everything, potentially doing too much, not being able to say no to things, taking everyone else's problems on and not really, and because that was quite full, didn't really have time to consider maybe what I needed.
Because that's what she had been doing for the last 20 years.
I know. But it was great, that's fine, but it got to the point where physically I threw myself into lots of anxiety and stress and depression, and I'm telling you now, no one was more surprised than me. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I thought that I was doing enough to look after myself, but clearly I wasn't. So loads of things, loads of strategies came my way because I did go to my GP, and I did talk it through, and I was directed into some very good therapies, whether that was counselling, which is just talking. To people who weren't my friends.
Yeah, you need friends, and you know what? Counselling is amazing.
Yeah.
I went for counselling
about.
It's hard. For people to say I've been for counselling, it's like taboo.
Yeah, but everyone should do it.
And I think we all should.
Amazing.
I think we should all do it every 6 months.
Absolutely. Go and have a wee tune. But then I did a bit of some CBT, which was interesting.
Right.
And then I had acupuncture, and
I've done acupuncture. It's amazing.
To be honest with you, I was so desperate. Over the years, I did a bit of everything. I was medicated at one point because I just couldn't. I just needed a bit of help to get me probably back on track. And I'm really proud that I did it. And as soon as I was on my antidepressants, I told everybody, I was like, I'm taking antidepressants. Then actually they're not working to start off with. I was disappointed and I was but eventually, with a bit of patience,
with everything,
it all kind of fell into place. And actually, I do wonder, Shamee, if I hadn't been going to the gym and doing some exercise and doing my stuff around that and eating well, etc., and I had already stopped drinking, I'd already stopped smoking, I'd already done lots of things, but I still went into this down spiral from my mental health. So it can happen to anybody.
Anybody.
But it's just a question of taking the time to think about how you're going to heal yourself and how you do that. And what I do is I do some meditation, which you have to learn.
Yes.
That's quite hard, and you have to have a lot of patience for that as well. But it pays off.
There you go.
And then I do. I've learned how to relax. I can actually fall asleep in the dentist's chair. Seriously, like it's so good because you can just completely zone out.
Oh wow!
And that's the dentist. Yeah, I've done it. I promise you, I've done it. So it's a way of taking back control of how your mind is thinking. It's about putting positive things in there. And actually being around positive people.
Yes.
Is really good for you, and sometimes
that makes a very big difference in your life because sometimes we surround ourselves, we get into relationships with others, friendships. We're not talking about personal relationships, where you're
like boyfriend
or husband. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the personal relationships where some people are energy vampires.
Energy what?
Vampires.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds a bit deadly.
They actually drain
your energy.
They take up your energy, and because you're not in a positive place yourself, you actually start feeling negative.
Yeah.
And
that can be.
You need to be in a place where you feel positive. You're surrounded with positivity. Yes, it doesn't. I'm not saying take away all those people. Bring some positivity back into their life.
Yeah. Pay a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Smile at people.
Something simple. I don't understand. As a runner, I go into the woods on a regular basis, and
just been arrested yet, which is good.
I love my dog walkers. I see people who are retired, They've
I bet
got.
they love meeting you.
We love it.
Oh, fantastic.
And you know, I stop every morning. All I used to do was we would do courteous manners.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
And from good morning, we have stopped. We've become really good friends.
That's amazing.
You learn about them, and they're positive people. They come out every morning. No matter how old they are, it doesn't matter.
A walk and a talk is really
and
good.
they've got, and you've got all the walkers gathering up, and you think they have got themselves a good group of friends. First thing in the morning, they've got positivity.
Well, actually, I have to say, we have a dog, and I used to meet up with my dog walking friends. In fact, it got to the point, this will make you laugh, I used to forget to take the dog because I was just meeting my friends for a talk, but it just got a lot of it
and
out.
They still miss you because some of them...
Yes, I know, you've bumped into them, haven't you? It's hilarious.
You and Noreen.
Love Horsell Common.
Oh,
great.
yes.
So some positivity, I think, like actually doing this thing, we've been talking to people and I said, well, actually, it's almost turning into a thing where I'm almost doing it for myself because we're really enjoying how positive we're feeling about talking to you guys. It's given me another motivation to work harder at it, be better at my commitments that I've made, and to you, making time for this, for us to sit and think about what we're doing. And then I thought, actually, I was talking to a friend this morning in the gym, and she was saying, you know, actually doing some volunteering work in your local community makes you feel so good.
Giving back.
This is a big shout out for if you've got any spare time and you want to do something about in your community,
to give
giving back. And my sister always says the joy of living is giving.
Yes.
And she's not far wrong, actually.
Totally
because it does make you feel good. So if you've got any spare time, we're going to have to look about what we could do.
Even if you went into a nursing home for 15 minutes, I used to work in the environment.
Okay.
And if you walk in, I used to have students coming in, and then the people who had partners there, husbands, wives, children, they would come back and give.
Okay. Because they can see how much their mum appreciates.
And you don't understand. Give to somebody who has just become part of society. It's just there.
Get lost in the wallpaper.
Give
somewhere.
to them because you know when you give to them, you feel positive and you come back and you've given to somebody that's going to make you feel.
So this week, my job is going to be to find a nice little volunteering thing to do. If anyone's got any ideas they want to email into us, let me know.
We're open to it.
So you can email us on startingmonday919@gmail.com. Obviously, we're going to be on Facebook. You can look at us on YouTube, and where else are we? Oh, you did the whole Instagram thing, which is still an absolute mystery to me, but we're going to try and post it on there. Anyway, I think that's it for this week.
That's it, yes.
Thank you for listening to us, and we'll see you next week.
And thank you for joining us every week.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye now.
Bye.